Nathan Griffin sat behind a plexiglass nose dome, his hand resting not far from the .50 caliber machine gun. He scanned the horizon as the flying fortress roared through the airspace, and the unfamiliar rumble and rattle caused faces everywhere to look up when they heard its 4 Wright Cyclone engines. Nathan is just 11 and lives in Red Bluff, California. His dad, Doug Griffin, and Dave Lyon flew the massive plane for its owner, Douglas, Georgia-based Liberty Foundation, a nonprofit flying museum. Lyon said hopping aboard and strapping in for the takeoff gives riders a glimpse of what World War II veterans faced when flying out of England on bombing missions over Europe during the brutal conflict to halt the Nazi advance. And it makes you appreciate what he went through, they said. Lyon and the elder Griffin took a small crew of journalists into the air above Fresno so they could publicize flights by the Liberty Foundation. The flights were a fundraiser for the foundation, and the money generated supports the preservation of the Madras Maiden, the name of the plane Lyon flew, and the restoration of 2 other B-17s currently undergoing the process in Georgia. For $450, those interested could take a trip back to a time dominated by Generals George Patton and Dwight David Eisenhower, and Captain Yossarian of the 256 Squadron of the 27th Air Force. Well, maybe not Yossarian. He's a creation of Joseph Heller in Catch-22, an iconic fictionalized novel of bomber pilots during the war. But the trip ranks as one of a lifetime. Only 5 B-17s remain in flying condition. Mechanic John Eads, a veteran submariner who keeps the plane in spit and polished condition, said he and his crew accommodate all comers. We'll do as many flights as necessary, he said. We've done as many as 14. The 4 engines have a collective displacement of 1,820 cubic inches.
All the airplanes flying, the 12 that are still flying today, were all non-combat veterans. They came out too late in the war to see any combat, though this airplane did stay in the Air Force inventory after it became the Air Force, after the Army Air Corps renamed themselves, until about 1959. It was used for research, a lot of early radar development, and other electronic development. It played a big role in that, and some other roles not as glorious as those. And then it was sold off as surplus to several companies. A steel company bought it for $5,500.
Amazing.
Yeah, cheap. Not a bad deal.